Thomas, it's up for grabs now. Thomas.
Magic ball from Bergkamp to Patrick Vieira.
Oh, would you believe it? Oh, right, what a way to get it. Well done.
Fabulous solo goal by Thierry Henry.
Champions.
Good afternoon and welcome to an unplanned but a very exciting episode on the Arsenal Lounge of Midweek Peak. It's me and my co-star, my co-founder, the dash from another brother, Chiquin. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You? How's everything? You okay?
Not as excited as me right now.
I'm good, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, because we're doing this a bit earlier before the game, so hopefully we get people back who come and interact with us, and they'll.
Do you know what? Whatever happens will happen, isn't it? Like whatever. You know how we like to just chance it and see what happens. It's exciting, isn't it? But look, there's a few things going on today and during this week that we've been looking at. Back of a great result against Spurs. We've milked that enough, I think. We've got to sort of come back down to earth with a bit of a reality check and look at the next games coming up, and also to see what's happening here. So, I mean, there's a few subjects we can go on, and if any of you guys in the chats, look, there's some people coming in now, starting to warm up. Hi, Yusuf. Hi, why not? Habibi. Yes, my brother. How you doing?
None of us are Arab, so I don't know. Habibi one doesn't apply to us.
Come on, man. You don't have to be Arab to know what Habibi means.
I know, but
every one of your tunes
have
got that in it. Habibi.
No, it's an Arabic word,
Habibi. Yeah, I know, but it's in every song you lot sing, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah. So I know Habibi as well.
I don't speak Arabic, so.
Well, welcome to the Habibi Lounge anyway. And what we're going to do is discuss a few things. Wayne in the house as well. Yes, bruv, you're always here. Right, so there's a couple of subjects we're going to look at. So firstly, I thought we'd start on the back of the Spurs win, the contentious subject of whether Xhaka should be starting. Hi, Igor. Welcome on board. Yes, a daytime flex. We were all sort of looking at the Xhaka situation on this show. All of us agreed we wouldn't have started him, but we also knew he was going to be started, and we were correct. In fairness to Xhaka, you can't knock his performance against Spurs. It was a good performance. We all agree on that as well. And I also said on our last show, Shaheen, that I felt it was a bad injury. I thought maybe ACL, but it's medial ligament. It's a bad one. So he's out for 3 months. So first thing I wanted to bring up is what happens from here on now? Because this is 3 months. This isn't 3 weeks, 3 games. It's not a red card. This is 3 months. This is something that has to be taken care of over an important period leading up to December. So I guess where I'm going to start with is what do you see Arteta doing with this? And you guys in the chat as well, let me know.
Well, first of all, obviously, I just want to say hi to everybody in the chats, and obviously, thanks for watching us. If you haven't watched our Monday night show with Mo and Tom, give it a watch because
it was
a lot
good.
of things. Yeah, it was really good. These shows on Mondays is really good. So, listen, I think it's a fantastic opportunity for Lokonga. I don't know if Arteta would change formation and he will play Odegaard there and Emil Smith-Rowe in front, or he will play El Neni next to Partey or Lokonga. It's a fantastic opportunity for these boys to come in. They're going to get a good run of games and they can prove themselves. Now, it's up to the manager. He gets paid to make these decisions. He sees them every day in training. He hasn't played El Neni for a while, so I'm not sure if he would be the first option coming in. My guess, I think it would depend on what game. If you're playing Liverpool away, I don't think he's going to play Odegaard next to Partey and then Emil Smith-Rowe in front of him, because that would be an attacking lineup against a Liverpool away. That maybe he'll bring El Neni in for that. I don't really see him playing Maitland-Niles because
you don't.
No, I don't.
So what do you think we've promised him to keep him then?
Because I don't know, man. It's funny. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what his plans are with Maitland-Niles. I'm assuming it's between Lokonga and Odegaard, depending on game. Like we're playing Brighton away. I think maybe Lokonga will come in.
Couldn't you argue, though, based on that theory, that Brighton are quite a footballing team, right? They're there to play football. So if your theory was correct, wouldn't it be more suitable to put the Odegaard ESR pivot in there rather than along with Partey rather than Lokonga? I personally would go with Lokonga, by the way. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I think Lokonga offers you a little bit more in terms of keeping it safe in the middle than Odegaard. Odegaard has got this instinct of attacking. And at the end of the day, you're playing an informed team away, right? Brighton away normally is not a fixture that you would think, boy, we're playing Brighton away. We need to think how we're going to, change this. But Brighton right now, they're in good form, right? They got a last-minute draw against Palace as well. So maybe it will be better to play Lokonga there, and it gives manager a problem. Apart from Xhaka, everybody else is fit. So I think he will change that depending on what game we're playing.
What
do you think?
I personally don't think he should change anything other than just replace Xhaka with Lokonga, right? Because I'm a firm believer in continuity, like gives you consistency. If you're doing this, if you've got the same team out. Where was it? I was watching a couple of documentaries over the last few days from real football legends who said that some managers even said to them, sometimes you don't even change a losing side initially, even if it does lose, because the only way you're going to get them to perform better is by continually having them out there and getting used to each other, right? But in this instance, we've gone 3 games back to back with wins. It's working. I like the setup against Spurs, and I really believe that Lokonga personally will come along far quicker than people expect. In fact, I wouldn't even be surprised if he comes in and performs so well that it's very difficult to bring Xhaka back into the team. That's what I'm hoping for.
I don't know, man. There's something about Xhaka that when he's available, he's going to walk back into this.
What, even after 3 months out and Lokonga?
No. I was just going to say, coming back from this injury is not going to be like, okay, you're fit, come and start. So let's say the recovery process is 3 months. I will probably add another 2 or 3 weeks until he gets to match fitness stage. And depends where we are in the league at the time. You know what I mean, right? And how things have worked out. The only thing it will do, it will give us a real insight of what Lokonga is about if he plays it.
Well, we've got no choice now, have we? Really, to be honest with you, outside of maybe going El Neni or Maitland-Niles in that position, we were saying we might have left ourselves a little bit short here in this position.
If we did sign Basuma, that would have been all right now.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because what we could have done is we could have shifted out El Neni maybe, or Maitland-Niles, or both. We could have had Basuma in there. You would have had Basuma for cover for Xhaka, Xhaka for cover Lokonga. You would have had a whole host of options there, all sort of very similar like-for-like type players in their ways. And then, we've got now started to develop some AM versatility and options, because you've got Emil Smith-Rowe, you've got some people class Odegaard as an AM, you've got him there, you've got Saka, you've got Pepe. We've got loads of attacking options now. We've got that foundation there.
Lev, do you know what? I think this Brighton away is going to be a little bit harder than what people might think it will be.
Do you think so?
Yeah, because they're in good form.
Yeah, I know, but let's be honest here. We're all shouting about how much good form they're in, but they've only...
Listen,
it's not like they've had that many games.
I hear that, but they're in good forms. We're also in good form now, but I don't think it's going to be like a Norwich game, or maybe it will be similar to Burnley. Because remember, Brighton they've got good defenders. They've got good midfielders, and Mopey, that guy, he
always scores against us, doesn't he?
Yeah. But
Maximus is in the house again with his neg comments. We'll come back to him in a minute. How you doing, bro?
Yeah. No, but I just think it's going to be a tough test, and that's all there is. It's not a fixture that I'll be looking at. I'll be thinking it's going to be difficult for us to get a win. It will depend on how Arteta set the team up. I would like them. I would have played the same team against the Spurs, and I would have told the guys, listen, from the first whistle, just put it on Brighton, go for it.
Yeah, because I would do the same.
You go there, you get a first goal in, quiet the ground a little bit, maybe you got a chance. But I just don't think it's going to be an easy task.
Well, one saving grace as far as I know, is that Basuma is out, isn't he?
Is it? I don't know.
I think he's injured for this game. Can anyone? Oh, Yusuf has put in here. Let's worry about Brighton match because their midfield maestro Basuma is out of it for injury. So,
yeah, that's a big loss for them.
If that is true, there's a few interesting things in the comment with regards to this as well. Because some are saying bring back Jack Wilshere.
No, man. Listen, you know the thing with Jack Wilshere, it's good that you say that. There is a reason that nobody's given him a contract, right? So Jack Wilshere, not even a championship team is looking because of his injury record, possibly. Yeah, I don't have a problem in him coming to train with us, right? But do we really? I've seen people on Twitter even saying, "Let's give Jack Wilshere now that Xhaka is injured. Give Wilshere a contract, bring him in." He's not going to solve anything in midfield. He's not the guy that ran the midfield against Barcelona. Jack Wilshere is not that guy anymore.
No,
we need to understand that. We still think he's there, but he's not. He went to Bournemouth, and they didn't really extend his contract. They let him walk away. So if he was that good, they would have kept him on. He
Not
went
just
to Italy
that,
to train. Nobody assigned him.
you can't play him in like, it's one thing even utilizing him for 10, 15 minutes. It's another thing putting him in midfield to do a job like someone like Xhaka or Lokonga would do. That is physically far more demanding. If you could get away with using Jack Wilshere, you'd use him in the final third of the field, like 15, 20 minutes to go. You want to create something, you want someone to unlock. That I can perhaps understand. But
Yeah, but you got Emil Smith-Rowe for that. You got Odegaard for that.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, this is what I'm saying. If I was going to use him, it would be like that. But to actually have him as the main centre midfielder, getting up and down and covering and defending and all of that, you're asking for trouble. And someone else has put a very probing question as well. What happens during this 3-month period, God forbid, if Partey got injured?
No, we're royally fucked.
Then we are royally effed. Definitely. It's one of them, isn't it? Like if we're unfortunate and Partey gets injured as well, then we're facing the likes of El Neni and Maitland-Niles in midfield. Do you know what I mean? And then that's when we're in trouble, and that's why we were harping on about getting someone like Basuma. But then again, look, we've been harping on about Basuma, and Basuma's out injured. So
I mean, listen, Thomas Partey he's a really, really top player, right? And
I think so.
Yeah, and whenever you get a top player that is injured or is missing, it will affect your team, right? And it's no different with Thomas Partey. It's still the same. They were very careful in easing him back. So I think he played full 90 minutes against Spurs. That was really good. They just need to wrap him up proper good so he doesn't get injured. Because if he gets injured, then we're left with what? El Neni, Lokonga, Maitland-Niles. And that's
well, look at what Realist 999 has put up as well. If you want to bring up that comment, that's a fair point as well.
Which one? This one.
Yeah, Partey and Xhaka won't play together until February due to AFCON. So, like the what we have next, even when Xhaka comes back, Partey could be gone for AFCON. Then what? What? What is it? Lokonga Xhaka?
No, Lokonga plays for Belgium, doesn't it?
Yeah, so it'll be Lokonga Xhaka potentially.
Yeah, because El Neni will be gone.
El Neni will be gone. So it makes you ask the point, why wouldn't...
Maybe in January they'll bring somebody on loan, or maybe they'll be looking to do a deal.
Centre midfield is not a loan deal. Come on, you can't have your main position.
I know Lev, but Brighton is not going to let go of Basuma in January.
Well, not now. Then not no.
Lev, just give me 1 second. Yeah, I'll if you just want to go through some of the comments in the chat.
Yeah. Uber Eats. I bet you it is. Anyway, guys, thanks. So I'll look at some of your comments while I'm here. So, Abdul Rahman El Halis, I hope I said that correctly. I still think we need Gossam in the team. I don't know. I mean, the guys in the AM positions are looking pretty nifty right now. Duncan Dubs, regular, how you doing, brother? When either Partey or Xhaka are missing, that's when we'll see the importance of Lokonga. agreed. Josh, look at this. What's his name here? Josh, and he's got Bumba in there. Josh Bumba Guna. Arsenal need to play their football. It shows the boys still have got it. It's like they've been playing scared for the last 2-3 years. True say. Ella, love that. Ella in the house. You was here and you had a word with Elena, I believe.
Remember that tune?
Leave it out, Shaheen. It's like your uncle coming into a party. I think the club will buy a midfielder in Jan, especially depending on our league position. Oh, by the way, this Ella, she knows her stuff, you know. She was here questioning Elena the other day and put her on the road.
You should come on maybe on one of these after game reactions and give us your thoughts.
Yes, Ella, you're welcome to. Just we're just looking at a few
there was another one I saw earlier.
Go on.
This one, Levershane. Do you watch Curtis Shaw TV and
for fuck's sake, TV?
I don't know what's FFTV. Can you let me know? But yeah, Curtis Shaw, really nice guy. We used to have him on. We used to do shows with Curtis, but for some reason he decided not to come to our channel.
For some reason,
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Is it anything to do? Is it anything to do with that FFTV?
I don't know what's FFTV. Can you let me know?
I think it's AFTV. Yeah, I think that's what it was meant to be. Let's be honest here. Yes, Ella. Thanks, lads. Haha. She says, "Thank you, Ella." It's always nice to hear ladies talk about football. Huh? What were we saying? Ella's just put me off my vibe now. Anyway, yeah. So we were talking about what we're gonna do when Xhaka's gone and all that sort of thing, and you know, and AFCON and all this. So the centre midfield position is a little bit of a concern. I don't want to get too neg about it because we've just come off a positive 3-match unbeaten run. Beating the scum down the road and all of that. So I want to keep this positivity flowing, but it is a concern. What do we do? Now, it's ironic because we are not Xhaka's fans and we wouldn't have started him. Let's be honest here. But now that he is gone, hold on. It's Curtis, mate. Fran, whose YouTube channel is FFTV.
Yeah, I don't know FFTV, man. We'll check him out. Please forgive me.
Franny, we'll have to check it out.
If you're watching, I just don't know. We'll definitely check it out, man. But thanks for letting us know.
Franny, I know that name. That's like a name from the 60s or 70s, isn't it? Franny. Anyway, so everyone keeps interrupting me. Stop interrupting me, guys. Yeah. It was basically, you know, what we're going to do in that situation. But you wouldn't have started Xhaka. I wouldn't have started Xhaka. So it's ironic now we're sitting here going, oh my God, Xhaka's injured. Do you know what I mean? Like, Lukonga's going to get his start. I personally think Lukonga's going to do really well. He's going to come in, he's going to smack it up, and then people are going to turn around and go, they don't want Xhaka back. And then Xhaka could end up being a support for Lukonga. That is possible. 3 months is enough time to prove yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, possibly, man. They must. I mean, look, listen. When you guys plan the transfer window, surely you must know the African Cup of Nations is going. You know, is round the corner, and you know, a couple of your players will be gone. One injury will change your plan. So maybe they have a plan for that. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Let us know in your comments what you would do with regards to. Most people are saying Lukonga. Some people have said Maitland-Niles. No chance Maitland-Niles over Lukonga for me. I would go Lukonga. I think Lukonga and Partey will make a formidable centre midfield partnership. So we're about to find out. So on to other things then. Mate, there's so many things we can discuss. You wanted to talk about the top 4 comment by Paul Merson, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw Paul Merson saying if Arsenal keep the same starting lineup fit that played against Tottenham, we can compete for a top 4 spot.
I think I saw that. Yeah,
and I just want to. For me, I don't think so, but I don't know. I wondered what you thought or what people's.
Well, I'd like to hear people in the chat. Do you think if we played this same team without any injuries, barring the Xhaka situation, if everything stays the same, could you see this team making top 4? I'd like to hear.
If you had the same team that was fit and you had an Antonio Conte, maybe. But
you're taking it back to the manager now. You're taking it back to the manager now.
Yeah, I am.
Why? I didn't ask you about the manager, man. You can't do this to me. We're going to start going down the Arteta.
Because what? No, because listen, I see a lot of people saying, listen, is it good we've got 9 points out of the last 3 games? Yes. Has there been an improvement? Yes. Has the performance improved on the last game? Yes. Am I happy about it? Yes, I am, right? But we've beaten Norwich at home, which we're supposed to. We've beaten Burnley away, which we should, and we've beaten Tottenham at home, which we should, right? It's not like we've beaten Liverpool, Man City, and Chelsea, and now we're saying, right, we've turned the corner now. Everything is good now, brilliant. There has been an improvement. I'm happy about it. We're not really moaning about the manager so far, but it's a long way to end of the season. And if you look back at last season, one of the things that Arteta was at fault for was that he kept making mistakes, silly mistakes. But he's done well so far, and we just have to wait and see how he gets on against Brighton away, against Palace at home, and then you got Liverpool away, and then we can look back on it, see if the corner has been turned. As we discussed on Monday, and it's my view that we're at the beginning of this turn that allegedly everybody's talking about. So we've basically beaten the teams that we should be beating.
I don't see Arsenal with corners right now. Arsenal have had a circle for a long time, just going round and round and round doing the same thing. So to turn any corner would be pretty useful right now. And I think what Paul Merson was trying to say is he could see green shoots. He could see some positivity with this lineup. And look, Tony Adams said the same thing. You can't lie. Tony Adams did say this team has had far more balance, and it made sense to him. And the way they were closing down and everything, he loved that, and he could see a difference. And maybe it is because of the introduction of these players. Because let's be honest, right? It all starts from the back, yeah, or the front, whichever way you want to look at it. Do you want the strikers to shut down from the front? That sets the trend for the rest of the team. If you want everyone to push up and hurry and stress play the opposition out, then the back do that, right? Because look at our back line. You've got the likes of White and Gabriel, who are aggressive, who want to win the ball. That's their first thought. If you watch them defend, they don't try to stop the opposing player. They try to get the ball back as quick as possible off the team, off the player that they're marking. Same with Tomiyasu and same with Tierney. Yeah, so then if you start like that, then it's easier for your midfield to look behind and go, they're doing it, we're doing it, and it feeds through the rest of the team. So I think that mentality might be changing because of the types of players that Arteta's now got in there. We can only hope.
I'd rather wait a little bit longer and see how we're going to fare against Brighton away, how we're going to fare Liverpool away, how we're going to deal with Palace at home, or is he going to be able to go on a run of winning games? And there's a comment that says, give him a chance. We have given him a chance. And on the Monday night show also we discussed that he's done what he was supposed to do. So you can't really moan. I'm not really moaning at him saying, Arteta out, this and that. No, I'm not saying that. He's done what I wanted him to do. So it's not going to be right of me to sit down and say, yeah, but he still needs to go. He carries on.
I'm looking at some of these comments as well. Sorry to interrupt, but there's some interesting takes. Isn't it funny how everyone sees things differently? Not just football, life in general, but in this case,
that's what football is about. It's about opinions.
So this Tulip Goswami, that's a name and a half, yeah. Tulip. Yes, if our team stays fit, then we could definitely challenge to get top four, he thinks. As I think against non-big four, we will perform with 4-2-3-1, and Arteta might go 3-4-3 against the big four, right? So, and someone else is saying here, way too high, reckons he would prefer Potter over Conte. What makes you decide that, though? I mean, look, Potter's had a couple of half a good season, a good season. Is that warranted?
Just a good start to a season.
Yeah, just a good start to a season. Ella says it's all down to the next 5 games, winnable on paper. I'm looking at these pouts in the pictures as well. They crack me up. Guys don't do these type of pouts in pictures. Girls love it. Right. Anyway, so I think he will win some fans back over the next sort of 4 or 5 games. Now, the one thing she also mentioned, and a few others in here mentioned, is my only concern is Arteta has this thing where he unnecessarily makes changes, just winds me up. I just hope he decides to stick with a winning formula. What do you think?
Yeah, well, you hope that he learned from previous, and he's not gonna change things unnecessarily. He's got a problem now with Pepe. How is he going to fit him back to the team now?
Well, that's not a bad problem, though, is it?
No, it's not a bad problem.
No.
It's not a bad problem at all. So how is he going to fit in now, and because you've got to fit him in, you can't not play Pepe, and he's been doing okay.
But I think the way he's got it set up now, it's easier to go, you know what, Smith Rowe, you take a seat for this game. I'm putting in Pepe. Or Saka, you're rested. Pepe goes in there. It's easier with this formation.
That's if he sticks to it. If he doesn't go start chopping and changing. Listen, I wouldn't put it past him to pull something out of the bag against Brighton that everyone's going to be like, what? What's that about? Anyway, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah.
Yeah, well, see, I personally don't listen. If Leicester can win the league, the entire league, be number one, yeah, throughout the whole season, no one expecting it. There's no reason why we can't make top four without anyone expecting it. That's the way I see it.
But you've got these are the teams that are in front of us right now, right? So you've got Chelsea,
yeah,
you got Man City, Liverpool, Man United.
Are United playing great at the moment? No, they're not.
But they've got a better squad than us. Who else?
Worst manager?
Leicester.
Hold on, Leicester squad. If their first 11.
No, I'm just talking about.
Can you say they're better?
These are the teams that are competing for these 4 spots, right? And then us. So that's 6. Who else would you put in there?
I think that's about it. I mean, look, we can easily make top 6.
And listen, you've got to finish above Man City, Liverpool, Man United, and Chelsea, right? And that is not easy.
No, it's not.
Okay,
easy.
whether Man United are going through a bit of a dodgy patch right now, but next thing, listen, if Solskjaer loses next few of his games, right? They'll sack him. They'll bring in someone like Antonio Conte.
No, they'll get Conte.
Something, yeah. And I'll tell you something. He will get a lot more out of that team, right? So, and people talking about Leicester in the comments. I'm not talking about right now. I'm just talking about these are the teams that are potentially competing for the top 4 spot. We can compete for the Europa League. That's more realistic, I think, than the Champions League. If we end up getting the Champions League spot, fantastic, great. I wouldn't say no to that, but I think it's a bit of an ask. There's a lot of things that needs to go wrong, and there's a lot of things that we need to do really well for that to happen.
Well, I'm in the camp that our first 11 is better than people sort of believed that it is, and I think with a better manager, that first 11 can compete. It really can. We have to avoid injuries. And look, we've already got one. Xhaka comes back 3 games out, boom, he's injured. The one thing about Arsenal, we're so unlucky. We are so jinxed when it comes to injuries. It's unreal. We can go on a run. We'll have somebody. How many players did we have? We were waiting to get fit and get back into form over the years. Like Ramsey was one. He'd get injured, play awful for months, and then suddenly start hitting a vein of form, and we were going, oh my God, he's amazing. Then he gets injured. Wilshere was another. We could go on and on. Always our best players most important players get injured. So it does rely on the luck of the injuries. I hope the Xhaka one isn't something that's a trend that's going to continue. Maybe it will give Lukonga his chance. I just hope that's the case. Silo, look at this. Silo music. Bunch of negative a-holes, you lot, man. Says the man who's just come on here, and the first thing he said is that negative. No, we are talking about things negative that have happened. We are actually positive.
Don't watch us enough, mate.
What's positive, Silo man? What's positive about a player getting injured? Please tell me. Apart from the fact that Lukonga is going to be given a chance. You got Abdullah Rahman El Haliz, Levin Shaheen. Question for you: Arteta bought himself time with a win over Spurs. If we lose against Brighton, wouldn't this be proof that under Arteta we are a mid-table team? Mid-table teams win GAM. Don't know what GAM is.
Thank you, Gunnerville.
Yeah. Pricks. Wait, that was. Don't start attacking the lad. He said what he said. He saw. Oh, there he is. I just wanted to speak to this guy, Shaheen, because Lee. Hello, mate. Hello, mate. How you doing? You all right? Lee, Ben Davies.
For those who don't know, this is a Tottenham fan.
Always here trolling, but massive respect. Love for you, Lee, and all that. Lev, don't think you're that good just because you beat our pile of shite, mate. We are both bang average teams. We both have 9 points. Yeah, but you won the league in August. We're making a comeback. So what's your point there, Lee? And on top of that, what happened to your brethren? Yeah, your Googler. She didn't turn up for the after match reaction. Yeah, so you better go and have a word with your Googler. Tell her to come on and face the music. But nice to see you, bro. Yeah. So
Do you
Ben
want
Davies,
to
where
answer
is?
the question that Abdullah asked?
Yes, please do.
Yeah, for me, it just shows the inconsistency that we're talking about. The issues that we have, and we'll put that on Arteta's door. That's all he will say. Is he going to get sacked? No. He will be under pressure again. That's about it. I know this guy personally as well, Kami.
Yes,
Be a man.
Cameron.
Be a man.
Be a man. What's
Yeah,
that
he
all
knows
about?
what it's about. He knows what it's about.
Oh, in jokes. So
Yeah.
don't worry about the rest
Yeah,
of us.
no, it's he should listen. We should go and get a result. The least I expect is a draw, Brighton away. I don't expect us to go and lose.
I listen. I actually think we'll carry on. I think we're on a positive run now. I think we'll go and win.
Yeah, we should.
I honestly do.
Maybe I'd like maybe it's a game for Lacazette.
But then again, you're doing what we're saying we shouldn't do. We're changing the team, no?
Yeah, but you're adopting to the challenge that is in front of you. Because Lacazette, it gives you that physicality up front.
But he also gives you an option off the bench.
He does, yes. But I don't know, man. I like Lacazette. I just don't think we're using him enough.
Maybe you're right. But then look, at the end of the day, if Lacazette goes in that team, in that top in that three, then you're looking to take out one of Saka or ESR. And right now that's not going to happen. I don't think. Not after that last performance. Do you know what I mean? It's like the young lads play with a bit of freedom and they rose to that challenge. You can't, as a manager, you can't then drop one of those players because what are you saying to them?
No,
you played brilliant.
You're right.
Do you know what I mean? You've got to show them that they get rewarded for great performances. It's as simple as that. You can't drop a player the next day. I hate that. Anyway, so that's what we're talking about there in that sense. Now, there's a couple of other interesting things I wanted to discuss. You mentioned Lacazette, yeah? So one of the bits of news that's floating around now, I think it's via the Express. I'm not sure how reliable they are, but it's a pretty sound theory. Obviously, we know Lacazette's contract is coming to an end, right? If he doesn't sign a new contract, he walks for free. So if there's going to be any business happening in January, would it not be Lacazette?
No.
And wait. What they're saying is we've got our eye on Yusuf En-Nesyri from Sevilla, who scored, 33 goals in 85 games in La Liga. He's apparently West Ham made a bid for him. A few Prem teams are looking at him. We're looking at him as a long-term option in that type of, man playing up top on his ones type of role. They're suggesting that we have a really strong chance of getting him because we could go to Sevilla with Lacazette and say, listen, we want to buy Yusuf. How about we do a deal and you can have Lacazette going the other way, sorts out your striker problem.
The problem, no, but I don't think that is realistic. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Seville are silly enough to do that because Lacazette has no value in January. Lacazette transfer value market is zero.
But if you're going to lose a striker, you're going to want a striker, no?
Yeah, but why would Seville accept a striker, a part of the deal, who they can negotiate with, sign a pre-contract and have him for free 6 months down the line?
Because
what's his transfer value?
Because you can get, I don't know what this guy's transfer value. I think it's in the 30s millions or something like that.
Yeah, there's nothing.
But you would get that money plus a ready-made replacement, and he goes straight into your team.
So you want to pay them 30 million plus Lacazette?
No, I wouldn't pay them 30 million plus Lacazette. I would look at what Lacazette's value is, which you're right
zero.
Saying it will be zero. So then, what is the problem if we get first refusal on Yusuf and Nasri and turn around and say you can have Lacazette to or put Lacazette on loan to cover their striker issue?
Maybe that might be an option, but I just think it's a really it's a shame for us to lose Lacazette because and I wish him all the best. He's going to go somewhere and do well, but that also shows another poor bit of business by the board and the owner that we signed Lacazette for how much? 40?
I've got over worrying about what they're spunking
Yeah,
now.
and he's gonna
Honest with
walk
you. It's
away
their
for
fault.
free.
They got to deal with it. Like, listen, all I care about is they get the right players for the right positions now. Because if we're going to sit there and nitpick at what they're doing with the money, it's just going to drive us insane. We don't agree with the way they operate. We've already accepted that. But like, if they're going to rectify it and chuck more money at it, then so be it. Go and get it done. And the thing is, we were harping on about 150 million being spent this summer transfer window, saying, "Oh my god." We were all questioning it only because we didn't know some of these players, right? And rightly so. And someone's called Merson a flip-flop in here for changing his mind on the team, but all fans are flip-flops. We're all
Yeah, people
flip-flops.
are entitled to change their
All of us
mind.
flip-flop, man. All of us say this player is great, and then the next time we say he's shit because he's suddenly had a bad run of form. We all flip-flop in some way. I don't care what anyone says. And if I flip-flop from saying the team's poor to good, I'm happy to be a flip-flop. So what I'm saying is, in
I
regards
don't
to
even
this,
understand this word flip flop because you have an opinion,
yeah,
right? And then the player is proving you wrong, or the circumstances change. Then you're entitled to turn around and say, "Well, my opinion at the time was wrong, and I can see this guy is doing well, so I'll support her." That doesn't make you a flip flop.
listen, I will happily eat humble pie as somebody's put in here. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? We're never going to be happy when our team's doing badly. And if you are happy if your team's doing badly, then you're not a supporter. And if you're not coating them off when we're doing badly because you're not happy, then you're not a supporter. You're going to flip flop. It's as simple as that. I'm happy to be a flip flop. I hate the term. I hate flip flops in general, to be honest with you. Can't stand them. Anyway, I don't know why we even talking about flip flops. But the fact of the matter is, that is one of the things. And it makes sense because we're looking for that sort of tall number 9 target that can hold the ball up and stuff. And Lacazette is the only type we have that can do that. But apparently,
There's
he's
another
a better
thing
guy for it.
there's another thing that needs to be considered when you're talking about the forward position is that Aubameyang is not getting any younger, and he's what 33 if I'm not mistaken. So next year, and the older he gets, the more he's going to lose his pace. And if we're getting rid of Lacazette, we need to have a really, really able substitution or
Well, that could be what they're thinking
alternative.
with this En-Nesyri, no?
Possible, depending on the value and so on. So somebody's saying, Lord Gunnar saying, why not Dominic Calvert-Lewin? I wouldn't mind Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but I think he will cost more.
That's a
than
tough ask.
This guy. And I think Everton would want. Remember, he's English, so that's automatically about 20 million on top of what he's worth. But I like Dominic Calvert, and I don't mind him. He's had a really good season last season.
So, two interesting things to look at then in January. What we're going to do with the central midfield position, and are we going to do anything about this Lacazette situation up front? Because both really, in a sense, have to be addressed either for injury in the centre midfield and for AFCON. We don't have enough cover in that midfield for AFCON now that you look at it.
Yeah, you're talking about one injury. What if you get 2 injury or you get an injury and a suspension?
Exactly. So those 2 areas over the coming months, I'm expecting some news to be filtered out in regards to what we might be doing in the January transfer window.
Yeah, well, closer to the transfer window, obviously, we're going to arrange a show with Fabrizio Romano, as we always do.
Are we now? Yeah? Are we going to do that?
Yeah, we always do that. So I'm sure he would give us some sort of an insight as to what we're planning to do in January.
Okay, keep an eye on that then, guys, in the chat. Do you want to bring up any chats, Shaheen, while we're here? And Rahul's come out with a
you want to
few
discuss
things.
anything else? If you want to talk about anything else, and then we can go 10 minutes.
Yeah. There's a couple of other things. There's a couple of other things. A couple of other things. Firstly, Jamie O'Hara. I wanted to bring that up. Jamie O'Hara, right? This guy has been spouting off for the last few weeks on TalkSport. I don't know who gave him this platform on TalkSport and why, but this guy has been going at Arsenal for weeks on end. He was quoting us off, saying that all the players that we had signed were B team players. 150 million spent on B team is what he said. Well, it looks like these so-called B team players aren't as bad as Jamie thought. And like when you start to look at it, Tomiyasu, he's not a B team player, he's a starter. Ben White, clearly starter. Yeah. Okay, you could argue Lukonga maybe is B team, right? But like these players that we've bought in, Odegaard, he's not B team, is he? So this is where I'm going at with Jamie O'Hara and TalkSport. Like, I don't understand what's going on. I know they try to rile us, but who the hell is Jamie O'Hara to go around calling players B team players. I mean, has this guy ever watched himself play? Have you ever
Well, he was
seen
a
what's
B
going
team
on?
player himself, wasn't he?
It wasn't even
Yeah, but
B team.
listen, you know what Talksport gonna do? They're gonna bring someone who's gonna come out with something controversial. He's gonna get traction on Twitter. People gonna call him, and it will generate a show. And that's all there is. He's just a sour Spurs fan who lost, and I wouldn't really take any notice of what he
Yeah,
says.
but
He wasn't
look,
really a player that I would look at and be like, if this guy was a good player, I will value his opinion.
yeah, but look, I don't care about that. You don't have to be a great player to be a pundit, right? I don't really care about that. What winds me up is this: you sit there, and his actual comment was, "You've had the biggest fall from grace in Premiership history." Yeah. Now, I'm not being funny, but how did he even come out with that quote? Did he not realize that Liverpool, how many years Liverpool went without winning anything before they started winning things recently? Like, how do you even come out with this BS?
I'm not gonna even. I'm not even bothered about what he said, man. I don't even know what he said. I haven't even listened to it. So for me, I'm gonna sit this one out because I don't really care what he
thanks,
said.
bro. So when I
don't
come
really
out with
want to
something to
respond to
discuss,
what
you don't
he
even want
says.
to talk.
I'm not-
All right, so
I
on
don't
your
really-
subjects.
No, I haven't even heard it. So as I said, I take no notice of what he says. It's like that. What's his name? Danny Mills.
Danny Mills.
Yeah, was that him who came out? He said something about Robert Pires, and you just think, oh mate,
Yeah.
just do one, man. Like, who are you to talk
Pires
about Robert Pires?
embarrassed him on the
Whatever,
field.
man.
That's why these
Jog on.
guys ain't forgotten it. These guys
Yeah,
ain't
and
forgotten it.
well, Jamie Ara is another one. Yeah, whatever, jog on, man. And as I said, this Talk Sport, they need to create controversy in order to get traction and to get views and to get clicks or to be relevant. Unfortunately, the modern day media, that's what they do. And I know a few other channels or a few other media entities that they create controversy because controversy always engages people.
It's like sex; it sells, isn't it? Let's be honest. That's what they say. Sex sells, controversy sells. So Jamie ain't getting either of those.
We're
now.
talking about it because it was controversial. So now me and you are talking about Talk Sport now in here.
Do you know what's controversial? His choice of wife. That's controversial. If you want to sit there, but anyway, I'm not even getting into that. And the final thing I wanted to bring up, keeping the ladies in mind. Don't want to forget the ladies, obviously.
Yeah.
Our women's ladies team, Arsenal, are playing Spurs today in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. So if you're not switched onto it, switch onto it. You're still Gooners. They're Arsenal. We got to support them. They're playing the scum.
Yeah,
so,
they're doing really
listen,
well as well.
Our ladies Arsenal team is doing amazingly well, and they've led the way for the guys. So, I'm 100% behind that. So if you guys aren't watching that, make sure you do support your team. So look, Shaheen, we've got about 15 minutes to go. Should we go through some of the
chat? About 10 minutes. If anybody wants to ask any questions,
fire them at us, man.
Put it on the chats and we answer.
Yeah, Arsenal ladies, BBC 4, they say. BBC 4, go watch that, yeah? Go and support the ladies. Anyone, let's have a look some of these questions in here, see what we've got going on in here. We got anything? Oh, by the way, as my man Why Not says, hit the like buttons, folks.
Yeah,
it's free.
man. Hit the like
button, man. Come on, give us some love. Where is the love?
Hold on.
Go on.
But you do the same. You're great controversy with your opinion, but I don't.
Shaheen, you do the same as Jamie O'Hara, Shaheen, man.
No, man, far from. I don't create any controversy.
Don't block him. Don't block him.
Yeah, you're blocked, mate. No. I don't know. I don't think I create any controversy. I just give my opinion on certain things. We've got a question.
Thoughts on Henry and Daniel Ek? Well, apparently, from what I've heard, they're still interested. Daniel Ek's still interested, but I'm kind of with the same thought process as Mo now on this. Like, if you're gonna put up or shut up, like it's like someone returning to the window of a shop and going, "Oh, I like that. I think I might buy it. I don't
know, man. These deals, they take time, man. There's a lot of posturing in these deals, a lot. So there's still some time in there. And
I've heard you're in the running for it, Shaheen.
No, mate.
No. Arsenal Lounge Holdings. It's not happening.
Nah. What is the best position for Martinelli? I would say centre
Well,
forward.
currently on the bench, according to Arteta.
Centre forward, you? Lev, what do you think?
Do you know what? It's a tough one because right now I don't think he's ready for centre forward. He's not physically ready for it. So
Lev, this is a good one.
go on, Duncan
Guys, any
Dubs.
thoughts on Leno's comments about looking at his options?
How did we forget about this subject? Duncan,
Yeah,
love
yeah.
you, man. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Duncan, man.
100% we should be covering that. You're 100% right, bro.
Yeah, I think basically he's right. He's right. He's not going to sit. He's not going to stay in Arsenal and warm the bench. And I think he's too good for that. So he will go to Germany or Spain or a club, and we can get a fee for him. And I don't think anybody will oppose that. I think Ramsdale was purchased with a view of replacing Leno. So I don't think anybody in us. I wouldn't be surprised if they sell him in January.
Wait, wasn't I the one that actually first said that he was going to be number one if we bought him at 30+ million? I should clip all these shows that I've done, yeah?
Yes, Lev, you're the best, Lev.
Didn't I say that we were going to get 9 points in the last 3 games? I did say that, didn't I?
Yeah, whatever, mate. You said
the only one who said it.
The
The only one who said it.
Yeah, we're going to get this.
Not, man. I've been pretty negative.
What are we going to do against Brighton?
We're going to win.
There we go, you see?
2-0. 2-0. We're going to win 2-0.
All right.
What are we going to do, Shaheen? You tell me.
No, I think we'll win as well. 2-1.
2-1, yeah?
Yeah, I expect nothing less than a draw. We'll win.
Okay,
2-1.
I was gonna offer a forfeit situation if you was coming something different, but you didn't.
No.
Oh, here we go, Lord Guna.
With double pivot or single pivot.
Wait, is this Springer, by the way?
No, I don't think it's Springer.
No.
Are
we a better team with a double
future
pivot
party and Mr. behind Odegaard?
All right, double pivot for the more the games like your Cities, yeah. I would go double pivot. Or your Liverpools. Get Lokonga and Partey in there. If it's a more attacking game where a team likes to play football, but they're not as strong and we can cope with their midfield, then I would go with like your Partey or single pivot with an Odegaard and an ESR.
No, I 100% agree with you. On a different note, Lev, how good was the game last night? PSG Man City.
I'll tell you what.
Like the standard of football.
Messi's goal.
It was good.
Ridiculous. Yeah, it was. Listen, it shows you where we need to get to. Do you remember our old school tiki-taki football that Arsenal used to play? These guys are doing it, but on a different level now. So,
it was Mbappe, Neymar, Messi. Mark, you know who I was really impressed with? Verratti.
Man, listen. He is brilliant. He's been brilliant for years, man. Verratti's amazing. Like, he's such a good midfielder. He's like so good.
There's another one, Juventus Chelsea. Greg,
he said Did he say that? What, Greg, did he say that? Did he actually say that we weren't going to beat Brighton?
No, I said the least I expect is a draw.
I don't know.
What do you think?
Greg,
Greg,
if you're right, clip it, send it. Yeah, I want to see it. I could do the same.
What's your thoughts, Juventus Chelsea?
Why do I even care about Juventus Chelsea?
No,
Juventus Chelsea. Juventus. Listen, I'm just bitter because we're not in this tournament. I'm bitter. I am so bitter. I'm not going to even lie.
Wait, did you see Real Madrid?
Yeah. Did you see Benzema's overhead kick?
No, they lost to what, like some, I don't know, Sheriff something.
Sheriff.
Did you not know this?
Well, I'd like to know who they played first. Who the hell was Sheriff?
No, did you not know this?
I haven't looked.
Oh man, they lost at home to a team that apparently is from a country that I don't even know. I've never even heard of them. Sheriff something.
It's a Moldovan team. Do you know what? I didn't even know. And do you know why? Because I haven't been watching Champions League the last few weeks because I'm so bitter. So the Sheriffs come into town and beat Madrid, yesterday.
Yeah. At Madrid as well.
Mate, there you go. That's what happens. So look, this is what I'm saying though. Any team could beat anyone on the day. So why are we also like with the Premier League? Oh, we shouldn't be losing to this team. Man United lost the other day. Teams lose. It's the new era. Poor teams, what we used to deem as poor, have improved. Mikey, are you serious? Apparently, Tottenham ladies 1-0 already. Is it kicked off? Fuck, man, I haven't got no notification about that.
No, I'm sure they will come back.
So
Anyway.
Shaheen, who do you think is going to be the star performer for the Arsenal ladies team today? I'm just getting you back for the Sheriff thing because I didn't have a Scoobies about the Sheriff.
But I wasn't getting you back for anything. I was just saying
joking.
that was the news,
joking,
man.
bro. I'm joking. Listen, if I sat here and you asked me to reel off the women's team, I couldn't, and I'm ashamed to say that. And
you know what? I don't know her name.
Next week we're going to do a
Japanese
test.
lady. I don't know her name. She's good.
No,
because I watched. It was a game I watched. Arsenal ladies, and she was good, man.
Midame's good. I know her. I know she's
her
good.
name is. But
listen,
she's good.
I'll tell you what. Next week we're going to do a test on women's football, and I want to see out of us two who can name the first 11 from back to the top. Yeah, and then there's going to be a forfeit. This is the next week's show. Yeah, next week's show in the chats. Remember this, right? Next week's show, I'm going to ask you the first 11 for the Arsenal women's. Yeah, and let's see who can get more. Right? Because we need to be better at this. Because I want to start talking about the Arsenal.
Yeah, that's her name, Mana Iwabuchi.
Iwabuchi is a baller. Beth Mead is a baller also. You know what? I'm loving this. I'm gonna do my research. So
should we wrap it up, Les?
We should wrap it up like a kebab. Definitely.
My cousin is waiting for me. He's been very kind. He's kept it quiet.
Kebabs, that's where you guys are going, isn't it? For a kebab.
No, not really. I'm on a diet, mate.
You're on a diet, yeah? Seafood diet. Seafood and eat it. Yeah. Anyway, so game. Oh, wait. The game Brighton. You expect to see the same team? You said...
Well, no, because Xhaka is injured.
Yeah, apart from Xhaka, obviously. Lokonga. Do you think Lokonga's going straight in?
I think he might play Odegaard number 8 and he'll play Emil Smith-Rowe behind.
Well, you think he'll go that attacking?
Yeah, I think so. Especially because Basuma is not there.
Maybe. That's a good point. That is a good point. Or maybe we'll be even stronger if we put Lokonga in there. So anyway... We got Brighton. We've said we're going to win. Let us see in the comments. Please put in your first 11 and your prediction. All right. We'll be looking at them. And you just never know. We might bring them up in the next show. And then we will have an after-match reaction show straight after the game against Brighton. So if you guys want to come on and have your say, I know Elena, won't be expecting her to come. And Ella, if you see her, tell her she's a flip-flop. No, just a flop. Forget the flip. She's just a flop. Yeah. And
also Mondays at 8:00 we do this show with Tom and Mo, and please join us then as well, which we'll go through the weekend result, etc.
That Monday show is my favorite right now. I'm not even gonna lie. If you're not on that Monday show, I think it should be called something as well. We've got to give it a name soon. It's getting that good. We've got to give it a name. Even like someone keeps saying Fab 4, but that's just so corny. So if you in the comments, if you've got a name for that show on Mondays for the four of us, me, Shaheen, Mo, and Tom, if you can come up with a really good name, we'll look at it. And if it's you never know, you might get a little prize. Not sure. Put it in the comments and smash those likes, people. So we've got the after-match reaction after Brighton, and then we've got Monday's show with myself, Shaheen, Mo Haider, and Tom from Gooner Talk TV. So you guys, I've got so much love for you. Look, at this time, you're all here still supporting us. Respect. Sheen, do you want to sign off with anything?
No, man, just thank you for the support. And hopefully Arsenal will get another 3 points.
Already got a good one here as well. That Monday show. That's a start. You could do better than that, loungers, yeah? So I'm Lavandra. That's Shaheen. We're Arsenal Lounge. Peace out. Go and watch the women beat Spurs. Come on, you Gunners.